Hey, welcome to Lab Games. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
Today we're going to play
Mysthea.
Mysthea. Not Mr. Thea. Mysthea.
All right. Mysthea is an area control game, kind of not really resource generation, but kind of tableau building card game for 2 to 4 players. Designed by, and I have to read it off my little notes here.
Yes.
I botched these. Martino Chiacchiera and Marta Chiacasasi. Hopefully I did that right.
Sure, that sounds
good, right? Anyway, published by Tableau Games and plays in about 90 to 120 minutes. Takes us less time than that, hopefully.
All right, so when we get back from the break, we'll take it to the table and show you how it plays. All right, welcome back. So here we have Mysthea.
The world of Mysthea.
The world of Mysthea. And there's quite a bit going on here. So let's go to the board and we'll show you how we set it up. So here's the board. And for a 2-player game, there's really only one little tweak you need to do, but we'll cover that in a second. So in Mysthea, you are trying to exert control over pretty much all 5 of these sort of floating land masses, right? And we each will have a champion that will be represented by this pawn from the game Sorry, I believe. But in the actual live game, it will be, the final produced game, it will be miniatures. So This is all pure prototype. All of these like little wooden components are going to be little miniatures and troops on the board, so they'll look much cooler than these. But for the purposes of playthrough, it's you'll have to.
It's sorry pieces and chits.
You'll have to make do with cubes and meeples.
Yeah.
So, what do you have? You've got these 5 land masses that we've placed randomly, and on each of these land masses, we have a token that we're going to refer to as a mirage.
Yes, they're like mirage because these land masses don't quite exist.
They don't exist, and these are more or less blockers to tighten up the 2-player game.
Yeah.
And you are to put 1 on each landmass on any one of the regions, as long as none of the landmasses you're covering the same region across multiple landmasses. So there are 5 different regional types in this.
Terrain types, I guess.
Terrain types, yeah. So you've got clouds or fog. You've got rivers or water. You've got mountains. You've got crystals, and you've got forests. So those are all the different land types. And you can move across the regions within a landmass or across landmasses. And there are certain rules, and we'll cover that in a moment. But as far as setup goes, like that's all you really need to do for that. On the left, you've got the 5 different attunement cards that you'll be able, that refer to each one of these 5 landmasses, and they're all, specific to the landmass that you have to be on with your champion in order to attune it and earn that card and gain victory points based on whatever the card bonus is for. In the upper left, you have the Era 1 cards. This game will be played across 3 different eras. And those cards are development cards, and we're going to be using them to upgrade our tableau or playing them for command points, which will then allow us to do a bunch of different things. Over here we have encounter cards, and we'll be facing different encounters depending on where our little encounter tokens are on the board, and we'll be setting those up in just a second. On the right, you have sort of a sideboard, which is an
event.
A half robot, half man.
Oh, stop!
That's a sideboard. So this is a board where you've got events, and this is more or less the timer, and it's gonna also determine how the game scores at the end of that particular era, depending on which of these cards come out. Each of these cards, so this deck contains 1 of each of the land masses, each of the 5 landmass types, the terrain types, as well as a storm card. And the storm card is really just going to move the monsters once they're out, and they're going to come out. 1 per era is going to come out. And then we've got the 3 monsters that are going to be used in this playthrough. And the only real difference between these monsters
is that some are from Swords and Sorcery.
Is this one happens to be from Swords and Sorcery as well as this one, because there's no real minis. This is actually the only actual mini that one of the only actual minis we've got with this prototype. So just to show off, and they are actually really cool looking. So we will definitely like to see the rest of those. But in any case, these are the 3 monsters. The only real difference is in their strength and in the reward you get for defeating them, if you're even able to do that. We have Era 2 and Era 3 decks that we've placed on their respective places. They'll be coming out during each era. So to complete the setup, we've got these cards. We're going to deploy the monster. So the monster is going to go to where the matching landmass with this like tree symbol on it, right? So where is that landmass? Is up there. So she's going to go over and occupy that landmass, right?
Yeah, so we'll just put her.
Yeah, so she really occupies the whole thing, not just one particular region.
Yeah, I guess we can kind of put her
on that little circle.
Yeah.
All right, so we take that monster card. That's going to get shuffled into this event deck, and this is going to be part of what's coming out. And the round is going to go until the 5th land region card is flipped up.
Right.
And that'll be the last turn that we each take for that era, and then we're going to score the era. So you just shuffle these up, and then you flip it over, and this is where it's going to start, and they're going to start populating. So obviously we get the monster first.
Gosh, she came out first.
Which is pretty cool. All right. So the next thing we do is we're going to be placing. We each got these artifact tokens, and for 2 players it's just a 1 and a 2, and they're on their charged side, and we'll be using those later. But since you're player 1, you're going to go ahead and place your champion out on the board.
Where do I want to go? Maybe I'll hang out here.
So you can place them anywhere you want, as long as it's not one of
crystals,
these mirages, right? So
Right.
then I'm going to go ahead and probably go maybe onto this mountain. All right, and now I get to place my encounter token.
Yes.
Right, and I'm going to place that, and it could be on any other space where you're not, but it can't be on the same matching landmass type.
Right.
So I could put it over here in the water, for example.
And I could put mine, like, over here
On the mountain.
on the mountains.
Okay, and what that'll allow us to do is to go and face these encounters, but you have to be in that landmass with your token.
Right.
Right, and you can do up to 6 of those for the game, and they will cost you experience points to actually take them. So if we jump to our player board, so that's the initial setup. To go over your hero real quick, what is your ability?
So my champion allows me to, at the beginning of each era, actually start with 4 energy points, which we're going to use these little cubes. That's why I start with 4 and you start with 9.
With 0, and my hero, the champion, the only different bonus is if I defeat a monster, I earn the bonus reward ×2.
That's really good.
If I can do it. They're actually quite tough.
And if your champions aren't hurt. So if your champions are injured, then...
Well, you definitely don't get your power if you're injured.
I definitely don't get mine.
In the beginning on our player board here, so this is sort of our tableau, and this is where you can do like upgrades. So you can put development cards in here, and you can put these
like accessories.
Accessories, yeah, and they're items that'll sort of boost your production and all that stuff, right? We also start with troops in our ready area, so we get 2 troops and 1 golem, and the troops have a strength of 1, the golem has a strength of 2, your champion has a strength of 3, and that's going to matter for combat if we just so happen to do some battling throughout this game, which we may or may not, depends.
We'll see.
We each get 4 Era X, which is really starter cards, 1 of each color, to play during our turns. We have a supply of troops. We also have a supply of 4 fortifications that can be built onto the board to sort of bolster our defenses a bit. So what we're going to do is we're each going to take turns, and you're going to do 1 normal action, but you can also do sort of an optional action, and that optional action will be taken before or after your normal action.
Right.
Your normal action is going to be either to play a card, to meditate and generate some energy, or to develop and buy some cards for your hand, really, and to put out into your tableau. And we'll explain how that works, because there's a lot of different resource types in this game, and it can get kind of confusing because the symbology is a little bit different than what you're probably used to.
Yeah.
At least it's very different than what we're used to.
Right.
So with that said, to start the first era, we're going to bring out the first card, and at the beginning of every round, so to speak.
How did you manage to do that?
Oh wow, that's going to be pretty interesting. The beginning of each round, you start with the event phase, and you really just bring the first card out. And they're just going to keep coming out, and they're going to be meaningful with the scoring at the end of this era. So
right.
I think that's from a high level. That's pretty much
that's
it.
Good.
And you can jump in and start us off with turn 1.
All right.
All right. Well, before you jump in,
okay,
I just want to say that the game comes with this card reference. Now, the full release is going to have an app that's going to have all of these cards at your fingertips. Mainly because there is no text on these cards. It's all iconography, like we said. And it's very different than what we're used to, okay, from a standard iconography perspective.
Right.
They're very, trust me, they're very
It may
different.
not be as intuitive as
No.
as what you're used to.
So I'll be referencing this thing a lot during this playthrough.
Yeah.
Just because the cards, like I said, they're really tough to interpret. And
even after several plays, it
Yes.
feels like kind of like you're almost learning a new language.
you are. It's really, really challenging.
Yep.
So, but I'm just putting that out there.
All right. Cool. So I will take my turn. So the way that this works, and we can do a couple of different things on our turn, like you had mentioned before. We can meditate to gain experience points, which will be with this little circle. We can develop, so we can, put some cards into our tableau or buy some cards. What I'm going to do is actually act for my action. And what I'll do is we use, at the top of our card here, we have a certain number of command points. So this one has 2 command points. And what you can do with this, what I'm going to be doing, is discarding this to take those 2 command points and do something with them.
Yep.
One of the things that you can do is deploy your units to where your kind of capitan is located, right?
Yes. Captain.
So to deploy your minor troops takes 1 command point. So I could deploy both of these troops if I wanted to, or I could deploy this golem guy. And I think I'll deploy the golem guy. Why not?
All right.
There. We have some supplementary actions that we can take, but at this point we can't do that, and we'll explain it when we can.
Okay. So then for my first action, I'm going to play a card, and it's going to generate me 2 command points. And one of the things you could do with the command points is generate that much energy. So I generate 2 energy with it. And I go ahead and for 2 energy, I can spend and put this card in my development row in my tableau, right? And and this happens to be a golem development item, so it's like an upgrade. So I put it on that space and I spend 2 energy for that. And now I have a passive ability that whenever I recruit a golem, I can deploy it for free. When normally it costs 2 energy. So that's a good card to
You
have.
love that card.
I do. It's very good. So that is it. We're
Yes.
done. So we move into the next event, and then you take a turn.
All right, great. And I love that you can see kind of what's coming up too, because that'll be our scoring pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think I'm going to go shopping. Shopping. So I will... All right, so I'm going to go up here to the command deck and flip one of these. You'll see that there's 3 out, but there's 4 spaces, so you'll always be able to flip a card. The other thing you can do is actually wipe all of them, bury them, and bring out 3 new ones. I'm going to spend 3 points. 1, 2, 3 energy points.
Mm-hmm.
And for 3 energy points, I can actually buy 2 cards. So I will take this one. And, ew. And maybe I'll take this one too. See how that goes.
Right, so the first card you buy costs 1, the second card costs 3, the third card costs 5.
Yeah.
So if you want to buy up to 3 cards, you can do
Yep.
that. And then you refill it to 3.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think I'll take any extra actions right now.
Those aren't very good cards.
No, they're not. Sorry.
All right, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to play this card here for 2 command points, and I'm going to recruit a golem. And because I have the ability, I'm going to deploy him right out to the field. And then it's going to go to the next round. So you're up.
Okay. I like where this is going. I need to get myself to a nice foggy land, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? right, so I think I'll do my attunement. Perhaps. Where am I in the volcano? Land.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I really
wanna
don't.
do that?
I really don't like that.
Yeah, the points for it aren't really that great.
Yeah.
At this stage, at least.
Right. Well, maybe I won't do that yet. Well, maybe I'll move. Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 command points and take a move action. So the way the movement works is my like captain guy can move twice, where others can't. You can move within a region for 1 point, 1 command point, and you can move to another location, like another world, as long as you stay on the same terrain type when you get to the new world. So it's almost like they're, I don't know, connected or something. So I'm going to spend 1 command point to move here and another one to move here. And these are mountains, even though they don't look like mountains.
Yes,
they look
those
like
are
forests. But so those are my 2 actions, and I'm not going to do anything else. I wish I could start an encounter, but I don't have enough points yet.
Okay. So I'm going to do a move as well for 2. So I'm going to move him. I'm going to move my golem here for 1, and I'm going to move him here for 2. And that is it. Now we were on to the next round. Okay.
All right. I'm going to meditate
Okay.
as well. So I get 3 points, right? Energy, 1, 2, 3. And I'm on a mountain. So I actually get to bring out fortification as my meditation. I like meditated this big tower,
Yeah,
right,
and you
into
can put
existence.
that anywhere you have a troop.
I don't have to put it there, do I? Yeah, I think I will put it over here. Maybe.
And you get 3 energy.
Yeah, I gave myself my 3 energy. And then I also get 1 command point to spend right now.
To recruit or deploy only.
Yes, and I will deploy.
Okay.
Deploy that guy.
Go to your
okay.
champion.
Yep.
And is that it?
That's it.
All right. I'm going to do the same. So I'm going to meditate for 3. I'm going to gain 1 experience point for being in the clouds, and I'm going to gain 1 fortification that I'm going to place here.
Nice.
And that is it for me. So we are here. Now, if we had used our artifacts, we would now get to recharge
Yeah,
them.
but we didn't.
We did not, which is lame.
That's
I wish I
unfortunate.
did, but I didn't have the
I didn't
reason
have
to do
the
it.
need to. Yeah.
Yep. So now it is your turn.
Alright, well. I got all these point bearing cards. Okay. I think I'll meditate again.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Bring out this guy. I have a master plan.
All right.
And I get 1 more recruitment point.
You do.
I'll bring out another one of these guys. Because the golems cost 2 to recruit.
They do.
So,
And deploy.
And deploy.
So you're good?
Yeah, I guess so. You can go.
Okay. So I'm going to spend 2 command points. 1 to move. 1 to move here. Or, you know what? I'm going to actually move him over to here. My golem. He only costs 1 to move. And then I'm going to do face an encounter because I'm actually here with my
That's exciting.
thing. So it's going to cost me 1 XP because it's my first one, and I take the top card. And now with these cards, we have 2 symbols, right? Which represent 2 different things happening in this picture. So it looks like some sort of a winged dragon horse and a tree. So I can fight this evil tree, or I can talk to this winged dragon horse with the book. So first I get 7 victory points. You mind giving me, or 7 glory points?
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna go talk to the horse. So I don't know what I'm gonna get.
Interesting.
Yeah, so on the back, you're gonna get your reward for whatever you did. So now I get 1 XP, which is good. And I get this symbol, which is my champion with an arrow next to it that I don't quite know what that means. So I've got to figure that one out. Is that in the key card reference, by the way?
Which one? Your guy?
Yeah, I don't know if this is in here. See that? Reward?
Yeah, I think you get to move your champion maybe.
Oh, here we go. Champion, if you move, so that is moving your champion.
Yeah.
So where am I going to move him?
I don't know.
Interesting. Okay. I just don't know where I can move him, you know? And this is going to go... so it also tells you you have to move your thing clockwise once. So, heck, I should just move him right over there.
You probably should, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to move him right here. I mean, can I even move there? I got to stick with the normal moving rules.
You have to stay with the moving rules, yeah.
Eek. All right, you know what, though? I'm just going to go... I don't know if I want to move him, to be honest. Do I?
I don't know.
I'll move him here.
Okay.
Next to you.
That's pretty safe.
Not really. And then this is going to move clockwise 1, and I'm going to put it there.
Okay. Cool.
And that's it. So this is my first one that I completed, so I'm going to store them here to keep track, because my next one's going to cost me 2 experience points. All right? And we now have out 1, 2, 3, so this will be the 4th. One more of these comes out, and that's going to end this era.
We got pretty lucky with the storm and the monster coming out like at the same time.
Well, because now these are going to be worth pretty good points.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have moved. Why did I move?
I don't know. Do you want to take it back?
Yeah, no, because I did. Well, yeah, because I knew that was coming. I should have stayed. I'm not going to move. I'm going to leave him there. That was kind of dumb.
Okay.
So, that's it. You're up.
Okay. Ooh, I wish I could do that, but I can't. These Mirage tokens are really
They're
good
tough. Yeah, they really hurt
blockers.
you.
Really good. I guess that's a forest, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 2. I'm gonna spend 2 points to move 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. And I'm not going to do attunement. And I don't have accessory cards. Alright, you're up.
I'm up.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to do a develop action, so I'm going to wipe all 3 of those cards.
Okay,
Up.
these are not great, so.
Yeah, because I'm completely out of cards.
Okay.
And we get 3 more. I have 3 points, so I can get 2 of them. Wow, these are bad. Why are they so low?
Who shuffled this?
Are they
deck?
all 1s?
They're all 1s.
Ooh.
But the bonuses aren't bad. Some of them are really good passive.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna take these 2
Okay.
for 3 energy. 2, 3. All right, so then this last card comes out, and that signifies the end of the era. So you get a turn, I get a turn, and that is it. And look these cards up. Make sure I get it.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 points. 2 control points.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm only going to move 1. And I'll use my remaining control point to do something else. Like bring out this guy, maybe.
Sure.
And then I am going to do an attunement.
Ooh.
So I will attune. So I'll flip this.
Mm-hmm.
So that is used. So this guy, have we done this yet?
No.
Okay, so how this works. So this guy comes into the center. And like you've seen us kind of struggle with how movement works, you can actually move the tiles,
Mm-hmm.
like move worlds, which physically means moving them. So we'll take this one out, and then you can move these clockwise and move this into the hole that you create. So, for example, if I kind of want access to, let's see, I need to see what's gonna, yeah, that'll be good. So move this up here, move this over here, move this down here, yeah, move this over here. That's what I want. Because what that'll do is that, not to give away all my secrets or anything, but that'll get me closer to, for example, like a fog, which I wasn't close to before, or some of these other areas. So that's pretty good. And I'll grab one of these too.
You can attune the tree.
Yeah, I'm going to tune the tree. You can tune a piano.
But you can't tune a tree.
But you can't tune a tree. So how this works is, again, each of these are related to each of these worlds. This one is like tree world. And you just get the bonus that's on the bottom. This one gives you 3 victory points for every region that you control.
Are you sure this is that?
I just looked it up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but you can look at it again if you want.
That's for experience you have on hand. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, what?
That's for experience. No. Yeah, you're looking at the night side of the tree.
Oh, no.
We're on the day side. So you have 0 experience. So you get 0 times 3.
No. Then that's not what I want to do.
Oh, okay.
But I read it.
These cards, you can either play the day or the night side, just so you know. If you flip it to the night side, then it's actually 1 point per region you control. But on the day side, it's actually... And they stay that side for the entire play. Yeah, you read the night side.
I read, but it's right above it.
You can score it. I'll let you score the day side.
Oh, no.
Are you sure?
I haven't had any experiences.
No, you haven't. You need to have some more experiences. Yeah, I don't think you've had any experience points yet this game. Not yet.
Oh, that's all I was going for, was that thing.
Well, now you're in close proximity to what you want.
Yeah, but that's not really what I wanted to do. Oh well. I guess I forfeit.
You forfeit. All right.
That stinks.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
No.
Yikes. Okay. So if you play a card, for example.
I didn't even want to be on this land because that lady's there.
Trust me, I want to tune too, but I can't because I don't have. It's not worth the bonus right now. But I'll tune later.
But can I? I was on this land. Wasn't I?
No, you weren't.
All right.
I mean, maybe you were. I don't remember.
Whatever.
But in any case, I'm going to play this card for 1 command point, right? And I'm going to turn that command point into an energy. But if I spend that amount of energy, I can play it into my tableau. So I'm going to put that here. And this is a fortification upgrade. That whenever I place fortification now, I earn an experience point. So that is that. I'm not going to attune. Now you can move worlds without attuning, but I'm actually quite...
Like I just did.
Like you did,
yeah.
Exactly. I'm quite content with where I'm at. Because I'm not going to score you. I think attuning is probably good later on.
Yeah.
More so now than now. Because think about it, you score that now, you could probably score later for big points. But
yeah, I know.
In any case,
once those are gone, they're gone. So.
They're gone. Yeah, you can only do 1 per era, and once they're out, they're out. So we are now on the end of the era. So we're going to go down and hit the list of things that are going to happen here.
Great.
So yeah, that's probably not where you wanted to go.
That's not where I wanted to be.
So the first thing that happens is the monster's going to attack. So when it goes to the monster card, monster attacks, and it attacks everybody on that landmass. And the monster has a strength of 11. and you have a strength of 4.
Yes.
So this just happens. You automatically lose because you are less, and you lose, and you have to pick the space that the attacks are happening. So you choose one troop, and that gets beat down. Okay, so everybody's in one quadrant, so that's bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
So she kills the little dude.
Little dude comes back here.
Champion's hurt, so that card gets flipped.
Great. That was... I wish that text wasn't so close to the picture.
Yeah. But that's it. So you don't gain or lose anything from it. Champion's hurt now.
Yeah, well, it really sucks.
Yeah. So we move on to the next card. This is the Storm. The Storm moves the champion 1 tile clockwise. So now she's going to go there. And now we start to score. So for every forest, does anybody have forest control?
Nope.
Nope. Nobody scores it. Anybody have cloud control?
Cloud control.
Cloud control.
Mission control.
I do. So I have 2 clouds.
Yep.
That's 10 points.
Well, you get 5 points for having the most, right?
I believe it's per region.
I'll take that. Okay.
And then we have mountains. Do you have any?
Yeah. I have...
1.
Oh.
So you get 6 points.
Why did I think I had more than 1 mountain?
I don't know.
I don't know. 6 points?
Mhm.
All right.
And then rivers are worth 7. I have rivers, so I get 7.
Okay.
And you have crystals, which are worth 8, so you get 8.
I actually have 16.
You have 2, so that's 16.
6, 10...
22. Okay, so that's it. That ends the era. So these cards all come back. And now we start to set up for era 2. So all of that comes off the board.
Yep.
And there's a whole series of things that has to happen here. So let's go down the list.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a lot easier when you do this way. All right, so all wounded champions go back. So actually we'll start from the beginning. So we get all the era 2 cards now. So era 2 is going to go. These actually, you can just throw them in the discard pile because they're out of the game.
Yep.
So those go, take the top 3 out. The first monster is going to come out. So this guy comes out to the...
Where's he going?
The planet world. He's going to come out here.
The planet.
Yep. And then his card's going to get shuffled in. So now we've got another monster in the deck. All wounded champions go back to normal along with their strength and special abilities. But because at the beginning of this era, you would have gotten your 4 energy.
Yeah.
But now you don't. But now she's refreshed.
But now she's good again.
Yeah, or he, right? Is it he?
I don't know. Phelan.
Yeah, it looks like a he.
It looks... really? I thought it was a lady.
I don't think so. Remove all your fortifications from the islands and place them back on your board.
Yeah, so these guys don't stay.
They are just a temporary fixture. And now we take back the pile of all your played cards. So these come back to your hand. So you play them again. And then the new play order, the one with the most glory, is the player 1, so that you actually get it again. So here we go. We're starting out with a monster on top again.
Okay.
And then we go back to the next era. So
let's do it.
Is it. All right, so you play first.
Where am I? Where am I, anyway?
I don't know.
I had this whole plan with fortifications last time, and it just didn't happen. Yeah, I don't like that monster there either. We need to, gang up on the monster together. Because it's the total of all the players.
That is correct.
You know?
We can fight the monster.
It's not just
I'm not against that at all.
Okay, it's my turn, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
You're up.
I will... Ooh, yeah, that's not going to work. See, moving this here wasn't even a good plan. Because I can't jump to this land.
That's right, you can't.
You know, so that was kind of dumb. Because this, to me, this is not a mountain. That is the weird mountain.
That's the mountain, yeah. It's just really dark on that tile.
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, that was all about the tree.
Yeah, you
That's a shame. Darn it.
You went heavy into the trees.
I did. Yeah, I can't even get off this island. I'm stuck. Oh well.
Get off my island.
Get off my island. Alright, well, I'll just meditate then.
Wow, you have a lot of energy. I'm surprised.
Hmm?
You have so much energy already.
I really do. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to meditate, so I'll... Oops, I don't have to play a card to meditate. 1, 2, 3. And I just get to put out a fortification anywhere I want. I'll put it here. And
oh, no. You have to
what?
be there. You can't just put it anywhere.
Oh, I can't just put it anywhere?
No, you have to have a troop there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put it up here then.
Okay.
Fine. And what else do I get? I'm here. I'm there. I get a point to recruit somebody. Yeah, I'm really stuck. I can't get off this island because I can't go that way and I can't go that way. So that kind of stinks. I'll recruit this guy over to here, I guess.
Okay.
And I get another recruit point.
Yeah.
Can I just recruit a golem
Yeah, you
instead?
get 2, so take a golem.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, and I can't do anything else, so.
Alright, so I'm going to... I guess I'll do this for one command point and 1 energy. I'm going to spend it immediately and just put that there. And then I think that's all I want to do this round. Yeah.
You don't want to move that?
No, I don't. I don't really.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I don't really like.
Oh, bring out that card from
I'm
me,
not
please.
ready for that. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's first.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. No, so I'm done. I'll bring out the next one. And now you can go.
Darn it. See, it sucks like I can't even really recruit because I have to recruit where my person is.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of crappy. I mean, I still can and I will. So I'll spend 2 recruit points and bring this guy out there. And that's it. I can't do anything else.
Okay. I'll play this to get 2 command points, and I'm going to recruit 2 guys there. I'm going to activate my crystal here to generate 1 energy. And that is all I'm going to do. So we're in the clouds.
Alright. I'm going to meditate again, but I only go up to 12.
Yep,
So
you cap out at 12.
I'm capping out, and I'm going to get
2 recruit points.
2 recruit points. So I'll bring out another one of these guys.
And another fortification.
And another fortification, which I'll put here.
Okay. I am going to play this for 2 command points and move him 1 and 2.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Alright.
Your turn.
I'm going to play this card for 2 command points, which I'm going to use to move this guy here.
Okay.
And that was a 1. I have 1 more command point I can spend. Can't get any more.
You can recruit 1.
Yeah, I could.
Not or deploy 1, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll... I mean, I guess I'll deploy this guy. Why not?
Get him on the board.
Might as
Why
well. And I'm going to use the bonus on this card
2
as
energy,
well. Yeah, so for 2 energy, I get 3 glory points for every mountain region that I control.
Which is 2, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good.
Yep.
Okay, so
I can't attune anything.
Can't attune to anything. Activate my crystal to gain 1 energy. You can activate one of these accessories. And I'm going to meditate, so I'm going to gain 3 energy. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to gain fortification, which I'll place. I'll place it here. And whenever I place a fortification, I get 1 experience point.
Okay.
I also get another experience point for there. And I get a glory point for that. And I am going to use my face encounter. Second encounter is going to cost me 2 experience points.
I need an encounter. I can't get my guy off.
Yeah, so we have some statue guys I can fight, or I can run to this pink tree thing. I'm going to run to the pink tree, so I get 6 points for that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to run to the tree. What do I get? I go up 2 cards and I move it over twice. So we're going to move this twice. 1, 2, and I guess I'll put it in the forest. Wow, so I don't know what that is. I think that's draw a card? Look like it? I gotta look it up.
Okay. You gonna take a look?
Yeah, oh, here we go. Draw up a card, yeah.
Okay.
So I guess I just draw a card off the top.
There you go.
Alright, did you look at my card?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just like look right at it. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. It was interesting.
Alright, so that was my second one. It was interesting.
It didn't have any art on it. So I was like, what is that?
Okay, so that's all I can do. We are on to the next. So now you recharge.
Now I can flip this thing finally.
Recharge your artifact.
Yes. Okay. Wow, now we're talking. Well, this kind of changes everything. How many terrain types do we have out? 1, 2, 3 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yes. Okay. I see. I'm seeing the path that's coming to me. Kind of. See, I can't get to that. I'm trying to think of how I will need to. Yeah, see, I'm not gonna want to do that. The crappy thing is I'm on this dumb tree land. So if I use my attunement, I still don't have the experience because I haven't done I can't meditate.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean? Alright, well, I guess I'll keep thinking about that. In the meantime, I will use these. Do that. Yeah, we'll do this. I'll use these 2 points to. I wish you could use your command points to get XP.
Nope.
And I have to recruit this guy to where my dude is, right?
Yep.
Man, he's just got like an army forming in the crystal caves.
You need to start moving him around.
I can't move him anywhere.
Oh.
I literally can't move him. The world it's locked between worlds. I put it in the middle of nowhere. And I'm gonna do this action at the bottom, which is pay 2 experience or 2 energy, and I get 2 glory points for every
2, 3 fortification.
Yep. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Alright, so then I'm going to play this for 3 command points. And I'm going to move these guys. Shoot. I don't know if I want to move them. Maybe I'll move one of them. One. I'll move a guy, 1, and then I'm going to recruit 2, and then he gets deployed immediately for free.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend 3, 1, 2, 3 energy, but I'm going to gain 1 back because, well, I'll do it at the end of my turn.
Oh.
For every deployed guy, so I get 2 victory points. 2 glory.
Right.
And I'll generate energy with that. And then, do I want to do that now? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll do that now. So I'm going to attune.
Oh, you're going to attune stuff.
Yep, so I'm going to flip this over. And I'm going to suck that one in there. And I'm going to attune to it. So I'm going to tune. This is the volcano world, right? So this is going to be 2 victory points for every card in my discard. So I've got 1, 2, 3. That's 6 points.
That's good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so you can do that once per era. So I'm attuned to that. And I gotta move this thing now, right? Let's get him away from me. Get you away from me.
Hey.
Get you away from me. And then I'm gonna go right over here.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think that's where I want to go.
That's
Okay.
where you want to be?
That's where I want to be. So
Okay.
it is now your turn. We have 1, 2, 3 out. So we still got a couple more rounds.
Yeah, we do. Okay. All right. I forgot this guy's here,
Oh yeah, you got a guy there.
which is actually good for me, kinda. Still not great, but that's fine. Ugh. Ugh. Just stinks because I really need to get off that bloody island.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I can now. I can actually move now that you've moved that thing.
You have options now.
I do. My options are pretty open now, which is good. But you attuned the volcano planet.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Okay, well, I'm just gonna spend these 2 for now. Actually, I think I'm gonna go shopping. So I'll spend. I'll flip this one. I'll spend 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'll take this guy, and I'll take this guy.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
That's real
That's
good.
really good. And I'm not gonna attune.
No, okay. So then I'm going to develop as well. So I'll spend all 3 of my points. Get your card out. I'm going to grab 2 cards. So I'm going to grab these 2. Ooh, look at that. That's real good, actually. I'm going to activate this to get 1 energy back. And then that's it for me. All right, so 1 more out. You're up.
What are they about? Mountains? Just came out.
Yep.
All right. Man, I'd really like to deploy some of those. going to use this guy. So it's 3 command points. I'm going to use 1 to move this guy here, and 2 to recruit this guy here.
Okay.
And that's it, because I don't want to waste that on this dumb tree.
Okay, I'm going to meditate. So I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3. I get to put out a fortification, which I'll put. I need to put it where I have somebody, so I guess I'll put it. Really doesn't matter. Here. And I will get. So I did it, and I get a experience for doing that. I have clouds. So I get 1 experience for that, I get a glory for that, and I get another fortification for that, which I'll put here. And I get another experience point for that. And that's all I can do. Last round.
Interesting. Wow, that stinks. Oh, well, that doesn't stink so bad. Alright, I'm going to use this. So my command points, I'm going to move twice. I'm going to move this guy here. And there are a lot of guys on the board. Why do I feel like you have more people on the board than me? Is that true?
No.
And I'll move. Maybe I'll move this guy here too. So those are my 2 points. And then I'm going to use this as well. So spend 2 energy to get 5 points.
5. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm not attuning that great land.
Okay. I'm going to do, so 2 command points, I'm going to spend the 2 energy I generate from it to put out another accessory, which will allow me to play a golem for 1 energy. Which I can activate 1 accessory this round, right?
You may.
I may.
As your...
As my free
bonus.
action. Yeah, my bonus action. So I'm going to pay the energy, I'm going to deploy a golem here.
Okay.
And that's it. So we end. So let's go through. First thing that activates is that guy.
Yeah.
And he's going to kill one of my dudes. It doesn't matter.
Why?
Because you pick...
he's got a strength of 15.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, he's not happening. So he's not dead.
It's really hard with 2
to
beat them. Like, it's nearly impossible.
Well, I think next round we have a shot.
Maybe.
Water. So let's look around. Who's got control of water?
Nobody.
Wow. Clouds.
I have clouds.
So you're going to get 4 for that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll start here. We'll go up. No clouds. Yes, clouds. So I get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No clouds.
No clouds. No clouds. Right? Crystals.
I've got crystals and crystals.
2. So you're going to get 10 points. All right. Do I have any crystals? No. All right. Monsters are all going to move clockwise. So he's going to go. And she's going to go. Right? And now she activates. So she's going to kill this dude. Wow.
Oh no, that was a turn of events.
That was bad.
Yeah.
All right. And now mountains.
Okay.
No. Yes.
Uh-huh.
So you get 8 for that. No. Yes.
You get 8 for that.
Wow. 47. All right. That's it, right?
No,
Trees.
forest. I have forest.
You have forest. That's 9.
59, 60.
And that's it.
That's it. I think it's the only forest.
Okay. So that ends this era. Era 2 is over. All right, so the next monster's coming out. He's going to go to the volcano. All right, so he's on the volcano. He's getting shuffled in. Our 3 cards are coming out.
All right.
Fortifications are coming off the board.
Whoa. Whoa.
Those big?
Yeah, these are the big ones.
Oh, those are good. All right,
Okay.
so we start with clouds. For the event, get your fortifications off the board.
My guy gets his 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because he's not dead this time. Thank goodness.
All right. Did you get your fortifications back?
No.
All your
I
cards
left
come out of this card.
Okay.
And I think we're ready to start.
Yep. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. I will deploy this guy for once. And then I can put him right in my tableau. This guy. My gear. My accessory.
Yeah, as soon as you play
And then I
it.
can deploy my accessory as my second action.
Correct.
Correct? So I will spend 0 energy to get an experience point
Mm-hmm.
and a glory point.
Okay. Good?
Mhm.
All right, so... Yikes. This is tough. All right, I'm gonna do develop, spend 3 energy and get 2 cards.
Mm.
I'm gonna take these 2.
Those are good.
Yeah.
It's like the best. It's basically like get points.
Yep. So get those 2 and then I I'm gonna activate, I don't have any energy left, so I'm gonna activate this one to get 1 energy back. And that's it. All right, you're up.
I have so many XP.
Every time I deploy a fortification, I get XP.
Oh, that's so cheap.
That's good.
That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna meditate for 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I get an XP, and I get another energy points, and I get 2 command points to spend,
Mm-hmm.
and I will deploy this guy to where my guy is. He's right here.
Okay.
For my bonus action, I am going to do this again, so get another victory point and get another XP. What? That's my action.
You can only do them once per turn. You can only activate
I only
them.
did that once.
You didn't activate it this turn?
No, I activated it last turn.
Oh, alright. Just keeping you in check, that's all. My turn?
I like to bend the rules a little bit sometimes.
I know you do. That's why I try to keep you in check. Alright, so... Man, I'd love to beat this monster, but that's going to be really, really tough.
You want to fight him?
I'm going to try to, but not yet. I'm going to play this card for 2.
What does that do? Does he
Oh.
hypnotize your knight?
Which is going to give me 2 energy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spend 2 energy
Uh-huh.
to do that. And what that does is it teleports my knight wherever I want.
Stop!
So I'm going to teleport him right over here.
He's not really knight, but we call him that because the helmet looks exactly like a knight's helmet.
It does.
So.
So he's going to teleport over there because that's how he is. That's how he rolls. And I have 1, 2. So this is my 3rd encounter that I'm going to go. And it's going to cost me 1, 2, 3 of my XPs to draw this guy. And this is that unicorn looking card. Did I already have one of these.
You do.
Actually.
You just keep running into this.
But it's actually different events.
Right.
So it's going to be 7 points.
That's good.
54. And I'm going to go for the treasure in the tree this time.
Okay.
And it's going to give me 3 energy. 1, 2, 3. That's all. I'm just going to move 2. I guess we'll put it in the mountains with you. Why not?
All right.
And I'm going to activate this to get my other energy back. Actually, do I want to do that? Yeah, I have to. Actually, no, I don't have to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 energy, activate this one, to recruit a golem. And because I recruit a golem, I can put him right out on the field.
Okay.
For free.
Cool. Neat.
Yep. So it's like a combo, I guess, right?
Yeah. All right. So I think I'm gonna do my bonus action first, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do my attunement finally. Now that I've got XP. So I'm gonna attune this land like this.
Mm-hmm.
And where do I want it to go? This island sucks because you can't really get off of this. You can't, because the only other of these lands is like taken over by this mirage token. So I need to get somewhere where I could like get off using these crystals.
Well, it was already there.
What? Well, I know I could get off using the crystals,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's like, where do I want to go? Because this is the only way off that island is those crystals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is really crappy, actually. But if we move this down here and slide that there, that will make it much more accessible. Alright, so now I can take my action. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus I get this tree card. So now I get 3 points for my 3 XP. Right? So
That's
I finally
9
get
points.
9 points. 79. Alright, cool. And this gets flipped.
Yep. That's spent.
Spent.
And you're good, right?
No, I have to take my turn. Because you can take your supplemental action either before or after your main action, just not during your action.
Yes.
I'm just looking at what I want to do here. Now that I can sort of kind of get off that rock. I kind of like how all of our people are here, though.
But there's no
'Cause
monsters
if
there.
but the monsters are going to be moving.
Not at first.
He's moving.
He's attacking.
Isn't he?
No,
Is that-
it's him.
Oh, that's the green
He's
guy.
gonna attack here first. So like if we build up here, we can really
Try to
try to
fight
beat him down. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to think about that. That's not worth it right now. Guess I'll just do this for now. I need to give some thought about what I want to do. So that gives me 2 energy that I get to just spend, right? To do that. Correct. Now, I only go up to 12 though,
Right.
right? So I actually go down. I actually lose an energy.
You lose
by doing
energy.
that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It is what it is. Well, actually, I guess it's kind of dumb to do, right? I might as well go shopping instead.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a look at what does this mean?
What's that?
It's got the command points with the card and the X over it. I think if you discard a command card, you get twice those victory points. But I just want to be sure.
So discard any card to gain 2 times the glory points where X is equal to the number of command points on the discarded card. So you discard any card and you get 2 times the command points in victory points.
That's pretty good. Oh well, I'll just do this as I was going to. So spend the 2. I'll go down 2. So actually lose 1, but there. Your turn.
Okay. Two, 3. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. All right, I'm gonna play this. Oof. So I'm gonna play this for 4 command points.
Okay.
I'm gonna move him twice. 1, 2.
Where did you move it?
Oh, I'm sorry, 2.
Oh.
And then I get 2 more command points. So I'm gonna recruit 2 more guys. And I'm gonna spend 1 experience to gain 6 victory points.
Wow.
And then use that to gain 1 energy. And that's it. Water.
Reverse?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm just gonna use this guy and move 1, 2. I'm following you. And for my extra action, I'll just activate this and get an experience point and a victory point.
Okay. I'm gonna play this to get 4 command points. So I'm gonna recruit 2 with 2 of my command points. Move this guy here for 3. And I get 1 more, so I'll recruit another guy. And I'm gonna spend 4 energy to activate this and get 9 victory points.
That's good.
Alright. Bang.
Alright.
Refresh.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. That's good. Oh, we already did that one, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Was this one just gives you for the players or the
For your
units?
troops on the board.
On that planet?
No,
Or on
out.
the whole board?
Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty good.
yeah. Which one's that? Oh, that's this
The
guy.
planet, yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that is pretty good. I would like to do that, but I guess I'll go shopping maybe. I'm just gonna spend 1 and just get 1 card. Or maybe I'll spend...
No, you put 1 out.
What?
To start. You get to put a card out at least.
Oh
to
yeah,
start.
that's right. So I can see what I want. Oh. What?
A whole lot going on that card.
I'll spend 3.
That one's pay
That's
5
pretty
energy
sure.
points and remove from the game 1 development card, 1 accessory card, 1 objective card, and 1 tactic card to gain 16 glory points.
Yep.
So throw out every card.
Thank you. And I'll take this one.
All right.
And then my extra action, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just do this one. That's good.
That's pretty good.
Your turn.
All right, so I will play. I'll play this to get. No, you know what? I'm not gonna play any cards. I'm gonna meditate. All right, so I'm gonna get 3 energy to meditate, and I'm gonna gain 1. I don't control that. No, you get it for wherever you have presence, right? So I get 2 command points for that to recruit. So I'm gonna recruit 1 and then deploy 1. I get XP, and I get to put out
Fortification.
right here, and I get XP for putting that out.
Oh, that's good.
And that was my meditate, right? And I'm going to just activate this to get 1 more energy.
Okay. Done?
Yeah.
Alright. So... so we can only... So our chief guy only moves... He can still only move twice?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What about other guys? They can only move once.
Yep.
That stinks. Okay, well, that's why I bought that 1 card. Okay, we'll do this. I'll just do 2, and I'll go 1, 2. And I'll use my last command point to do what? I can recruit a guy. Might as well.
Good.
Yeah, and then my extra action, I will just do this again. 1. Your turn.
Oh boy, all right, let me see here. I'm gonna go, I'll play this for 3 command points. And deploy 1, move 2, move 3. And I could pay 3 energy. Yeah, I'll pay 1, 2, 3 to activate this to give me 1 victory point per troop out. So
That's good.
4 points. And a free action, I'll do this to gain an energy.
Oh wait, that's only for troops? That icon?
This?
That's not for all people?
No, I think it's just troops. I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's just troops. It's an Era 2 card. Troop. That's the troop. The fat head is the golem.
Oh.
So they don't count. So that was the end of my turn.
You're done.
I'm done, yeah. Alright.
Alright. I'm gonna go. I'll spend 2 to move. Wait, I might want to pick a different one that I can actually activate. So I wonder with this big pointer if those have to come out of your hand, not like your discard.
Right.
Alright, we'll do this. We'll do this guy maybe. Yeah, I'll do this. 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I will move 1 2. Yeah. And 3. I'll bring this guy out here. So, and then I can activate this for 3 points. 1, 2, 3. So for every golem I have on the board, which I have all 4, I get a victory point and an energy point. Oops. And for my bonus, I'll do my encounter.
Okay.
Finally. So, let me see what it is. 6 points. Okay, so I can go to the purple volcano geyser thing, or a dinosaur with a fireball.
With the sun.
The sun. Do I walk to the sun or go to the... This thing looks pretty cool.
Yeah, go to the fire.
The hatchet, though. Alright, I'll do the fire. The hatchet. Okay. Oh, look at that thing. I can warp them.
Oh,
I would have been
awesome.
able to warp them. That would be
Yeah.
cool. Alright, so I can spend 1 point.
Yep.
To get 2 victory points and 2 command points.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Mm-mm.
I'll think about that in a minute. This is 6 points. 2 command points, huh? So I'll just recruit a dude.
You can recruit 2 dudes.
I'll recruit 2 dudes.
They only cost 1.
I can recruit and deploy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that.
And you got to move your thing. How many
Oh yeah.
spaces?
4.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, I did the hatchet.
Yeah.
It's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put it in there.
Okay. I'm gonna go here and get 2 command points. I'm gonna move twice. 1 to the mountains and 2 to here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attune.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So
Because you've done so many experiences.
I did.
You're
So
so experienced.
I take this one. I get 4 points per encounter, and I've got
Yes.
3, so that's 12 points.
Okay. 2, 85. Okay.
And now I can move this thing, huh? There.
Oh, okay. Are you
And
trying to make all the monsters attack me?
I will activate this one and get 1 energy. Okay.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Alright.
Alright, so the force comes out, and you're up.
To the forest. I will use these 2 command points. And I will go so okay, I'll go 1
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I'll keep that guy there, and I'll go 1, 2, 2. And then I will attune this. Boom, boom. Right? And let's see. I do not like where your monster is heading. I think we'll move that there. Actually, that other monster may not even come out. And maybe we'll move this back here. Like that. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like where these people are all gonna. It's hard to tell like where they're gonna end up. You know what I mean? It's really tough. And then I get 2 points for every troop I have out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 points.
Okay.
So you're up.
I'll play 2 command points to move him. I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll meditate.
You could.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'm gonna meditate. So that'll give me 1, 2, 3 energy. And I get to put out 2 fortifications. I'll put 1 here for 1, here for 2, and I get 2 experience points for that. And I get 1 command point, so I'll recruit that. Oh, I get no recruit here. And what else do I have? I get a glory point, and I think that's it.
Okay.
So that was that. I could. That's about all I can do. I think I just get an energy with this. That's it. All right. So this is the last round.
I looked up this card, the big 16 pointer, and it just says it has to be removed from the game. It doesn't specifically say from your hand. I feel like it should be from your hand.
I think it's probably from your hand.
Right.
Because that's got to be a big.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I just wanted to point that out.
I don't know. It's just unclear.
It is, yeah. It's fine. Maybe I should meditate too. That may not be a bad idea. I think I'll do that. 1, 2, 3. And I'll get a fortification. Here. Another fortification. Which I guess I can put up here. Maybe we can fight that guy. you know?
Mm-hmm.
An energy point. And 2 command points, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I will deploy a guy, I guess. Actually, maybe I'll move this guy 1. And then just like bring out this guy. I don't know. Yeah. Doesn't matter. It's like the last round, right?
Right.
I'll give myself an energy point. Alright. Your turn.
I don't really know what I should do at this point.
I don't know. There's like not much to do.
There's not much I can do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Oh, and I can use this, can't I? Did I take? I didn't take a bonus action.
I don't know.
Oh, because I did this. No, I meditated. Yeah.
I guess I can just play this for 2 command. And go... You kind of screwed the worlds up.
What?
They're really bad. So there's 1 command. They are.
You screwed the world up.
Yep. And then 2 command. I'll go there.
Okay.
And
Smart.
then I'll spend 2 energy to score 3 points for the river I control. And I'll generate energy with that. And that's it. Pretty much all I can do.
Alright.
Alright, so that ends it. And we have to go and calculate the ending. Let's do the final scores then.
Alright.
So we have clouds. Who controls clouds?
You do.
Alright, so I get 2 points for that. That's the only cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Mountains.
You have these mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So how many is that?
There more? There's more than that. I have these as well.
Oh yeah, there you go. So 6.
So that's 6 points. Alright, now the green monster activates.
This one's 3, right?
Oh, you have mountains too. Alright, so the green monster activates. And you tally up the total troop value or attack value on the island. So that's a lot because it's all of us.
Yeah.
So good.
It's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Alright, so he has a strength of 13, so he's defeated.
Beat.
Now, whoever had the most strength gets the top reward. Whoever has the least strength gets the second reward. Mm-hmm. So I get the top, but I get it top doubled because of my ability. So that's 8 points.
Okay.
And I get 8 command points that I really cannot do anything with.
You can move your guys, but
it's not really worth doing anything. I can't. The way these islands are situated now, I cannot leave these islands. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can go from here over to here, but it's not really going to.
It's not going to net you any benefit because we already scored like mountains.
Yeah, it's not going to help me. So it really. If I could get these guys going, it would make sense, but I can't with those command points.
Yeah, it's just so limited. And you don't have anything that lets you like warp, right?
Nope.
Okay.
You have command points, right?
I do.
Okay.
I have what, 3?
You get 3.
I get 3 points and then 3
command points to move troops, yeah.
I mean, I don't even really think it's worth moving anybody at this point. I mean, I could move these people into the water, I guess, right?
You could.
Like 1, 2, 3. Does that work?
That's up to you.
Sure, why not?
Okay, because then you're going to score water now.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you score 5 points for water. I score 5 points for water.
Okay.
And now she attacks. Mm-hmm. So you just pick, because you definitely don't have.
That region.
Yeah, so they all die.
Die.
And then you don't score for that. And then everybody moves, all the monsters move clockwise once. Boom. Boom. And boom.
Okay.
And then we score forest.
Yep.
So there's only one forest, which you score 8 points for.
21.
And then we score crystals, which we score 9 points for.
All right, so you get 9.
And then you get 9. And that's it.
That's it. It's very
it.
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool.
Yep, let's
go talk about
it. All right, well, before you watch our final thoughts
We did have time travel.
Yeah, so we've come back from the future and wanted to disclose a few things before you get into and listen to our thoughts on the gameplay. So basically, when we filmed the playthrough and the review, we had the previous version of the 2-player variant rules.
Right.
We've just been provided today
The launch day.
Yeah, the launch day of the campaign with a change that was made, a critical change.
Yeah.
And you'll understand that when you start to listen to sort of our concerns with the way the 2-player game played, and you'll probably have noticed that if you watch the entire playthrough. But to just fill everyone in on exactly what the changes are, basically our complaint was about the island tiles and
tokens.
The mirage tokens on the island tiles, and not being able to basically get from certain islands if the configuration was changed in a certain way, which happened at the end. I was stuck on 2 islands I couldn't get off because you couldn't go on those mirage tokens in the old rules.
Yes.
So the new rules basically go like this. At the very beginning of the game, when you place your champions on the board, you are to place them on an island in a region that has a mirage token. And then you remove that mirage token from the game. So in the 2-player game, you're actually going to only have 3 mirage tokens out on the board, which definitely is an improvement. However, there's more. If you want to move through a mirage or into a mirage space, it will cost you 2 command points.
So you can still do it. It just, you have to make that decision to spend the command points, which I think is brilliant.
Yes, much needed change. We both feel. We haven't obviously had a chance to play with the new rules, but that was one of our biggest concerns with the playthrough. So just bear that in mind when you listen to our final thoughts, because they're really, they really point out a lot of those faults that I believe this change will address.
Yeah, I think so too. Very much so.
So enjoy the preview. All right, there you have it, Mysthea.
Mysthea.
Oh, Mysthea.
That went down quickly.
Yeah, the end was kind of rough, and we'll explain that and why we think it went kind of rough in a few moments.
Okay, so let's start off talking about theme.
Okay.
For this one, so we've got floating islands.
Yes.
There's a lot of lore behind this that's not in the rules.
That is correct.
So it's kind of interesting, and I think the art and everything is absolutely beautiful.
I think, and I'll agree, and I'll sort of expand on that a bit, right? So the cards, the art, the tiles, the board, the style of it, right? It all is wrapped up in this beautiful package, right? That's oozing with theme.
Yeah.
But I think missing any title or any
the
text.
flavor text.
Yeah, none of the flavor text is there. The character, the monster cards, don't have monster names on them.
Right.
These are little details that I think help with immersion.
I agree, and like I said, there's a lot of lore that I couldn't explain to you because I haven't memorized all of it. But as you're going through the cards and things when you play a game like this, I like to see, on your card, tell me what's happening here.
Yeah, what
you know
is
what I mean?
that?
A little quote or a little something what am I looking at? What happened? You don't get the sense of what the story is.
Yeah, and I
which
guess
makes you feel a little bit disconnected.
Maybe that's you making up the story in your own
that's kind
world.
of what we did.
That's how I figure these encounter cards are, right? Because you've got so there's a battle here with these stone guys, and there's this big mushroom thing I could walk over to, but call it the the mushroom patch,
right, or something,
or Battle of the Mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know, so like you're walking upon a scene. Give me a little flavor in there,
Right.
because then that'll help me sort of put framework around what I'm trying to imagine that's going on here. So that's where I was sort of disconnected from the theme.
Right.
Right.
I would agree.
And
I mean, even like your champion names and
Yeah.
things, because I do understand. I think that the direction was, or the intent was, to make it less language dependent.
Sure.
So if you put a bunch of English all over the cards, or German or Italian or whatever, you're gonna have to make multiple copies of the game, which I get. But at least like the champions, I think the names could have.
You can put
been,
the names on them, and the monsters.
Right.
Locations have names. Like
Right.
names should be universal.
Right. I agree.
But even like these upgrade cards, like golem spawning device. Like,
Right,
just
yeah.
call it something. Give me
Right.
something, because I'm imagining it's a golem spawning
Right.
device, but I don't know that.
Yeah.
Right. So I think, but outside of that, I think the theme is fantastic. I think the
Yeah.
art and the components are fantastic.
They're beautiful.
I'd really love to see how the miniatures come out, because I think
Yes.
just the ones we received.
The ones that we received are really nice.
Are fantastic as well. They're amazing. So the production here is quite high. But like we said, I think that the missing piece here is really tying it all together with a little bit of flavor.
Right.
In just the descriptives, right?
To kind of rope you in.
It's just, the game relies so heavily on iconography.
Yeah, which we'll get into.
Yeah, so we can get onto that. So mechanics,
let's
right?
actually get onto that, because we're talking about mechanics.
Yep.
So obviously we have a lot of area control here. We have a really neat kind of tableau building aspect where
Right.
we're using these cards, kind of holding on to them, sort of. We're using an entire hand of cards at one time, which is kind of neat. So it's not really like like a deck builder,
Right.
in a way, but more of like a resource generating kind of tableau builder, which is cool. But talk a little bit about the iconography, because this honestly, it's another language.
Yeah, so it basically comes down to everything you do in this game, and everything you earn, everything you activate, everything you generate is an icon. But it's an icon that's far different than any icon you've probably used in another game.
Right.
Right? So what you think means something may not necessarily mean that, right? And I think that's where you get sort of frustrated in trying to understand or decode a card. Now, I know they're providing an app-driven card codex, if you will, like an index of all the cards that explains all the cards, or you have a booklet that tells you, like we had.
Yes.
But you're going to be constantly referring to that.
And I think it actually speaks to what we were saying with the theme,
Yes.
where there's a disconnect, because when I play a game, I want to get immersed into it, and I don't want to have to be taking myself out of the game back into our game room, where I've got to access a dictionary or something, and there are rules or whatever, and then get back into the game. It's hard, it's a little choppy.
Yeah,
So,
I think after 5 or 6 plays, you'll probably have most of the iconography down. Like,
perhaps,
I was starting to get used to it, but the learning curve is quite high.
Right, and for me, it's just a matter of, I want to make sure that I'm perfectly clearly understanding it. So even though I've seen the same card 10 times, I still want to make sure that I'm absolutely interpreting it correctly, because every move you take in this game could really change the way that the game goes.
Exactly.
So.
And now we're saying this based on a prototype.
Yes,
so we could
exactly.
be completely off here
Yeah.
and jumping the gun in saying that we want all these things that are probably or could potentially be coming, right?
Yep.
So don't mark off points for that, because we're just basing it on what we had here to play with.
Right.
And that's really, these are just our opinions, right? And just things that we struggled a little bit with and we stumbled over. So
Yeah.
but it's not, believe me, these are we're pointing out some things that may appear negative, but they're just things that we're picking out, right? But like we said, the theme is great, the components are great, the mechanics. Now, if we go to just pure mechanics, I think it's a very unique kind of more like area control,
more area control
and card action, generation with multi-use cards. And I think it adds a ton of variability in that aspect. And the mechanism of the timer also being sort of the scoring determinant for the end of each era, really cool. So mechanically, I think the game, there's a lot of meat here. And a lot of ways to do different things with what limited resources you have.
Right, and from an area control perspective, because I know we want to get into this a little bit too. Typically when you have your area control game, you might get some variability with how the tiles come out. Maybe you have a modular board or something like that. We're just going to change it up a little bit every time you play. But in this case, the players are actually able to manipulate these worlds, which is a really neat concept.
Yeah.
Because it really is a puzzle where you're trying to figure out, okay, I need to get from this terrain type to that other terrain type on that planet crossing the other side of the board.
Right.
But I can't just jump to it. I have to find a path. I have to create a path to get there. And that is, I think, in theory, a really cool mechanic.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It plays out pretty well.
Yeah, I think so.
So, did you want to talk about the Mirage tiles? Or do you
Yeah, let's jump right into that. So like you said,
Yeah.
the movement between worlds and islands and actually being able to manipulate the location of certain specific islands on your turn is really cool. And I think it works really well, and it really sort of makes it difficult to just traverse to other locations when you have to, right? However, as you saw, we had to put these Mirage tokens down on different land region types on each of these 5 locations.
One on each different type.
One on each type on each of the islands. In theory, that sounds great because it's tightening the board up, right? So you've got 5 less locations that you can go to within the 5 different islands. We learned at the end of this game that there is a certain configuration of island locations that will absolutely block you out of other islands entirely.
Yeah.
And I don't think that will be the case had we taken off the Mirage tokens with a higher player count.
Correct. Yeah. Or maybe only putting out a few Mirage tokens, not all of them.
Right.
Because one thing that we noticed, and I mean you probably noticed it too watching the playthrough, was that we only had available to us, for example, 1 forest.
On the entire board.
But there were 3 mountain regions available to us.
Right.
Which is kind of not as balanced. And we actually ran into this on a previous play as
Same
well.
thing, yep.
The same, before we sat down and actually filmed it and we were playing before, we ran into this before thinking that there is a tile here that has it looks like a forest, but it's not. It's a castle. And we thought it was a forest.
Right.
And we got stuck for the exact same reason, because we were playing as if that was a forest.
Yeah.
And we're like, I can't believe this. And then we're like, oh, it's actually a mountain region. And then it made it better, but then we ran into the same exact issue again.
Right.
So,
I don't know if that's intentional, and if it is, that's fine.
Right.
But for me, for a player to manipulate the islands and to manipulate it is an action you can seldomly take.
Exactly. Yeah.
To do that, you could block another player out completely, close them off onto 2 small islands, and then spread your troops across the other 3, and you will slaughter them.
Yeah.
And to me, that mechanic is way too overpowered, if that was the intention. But if it's not the intention, then there needs to be some rework here with these Mirage tiles and the distribution across the 5 locations.
Right. At least for 2.
Yes, for 2.
We were talking, and I think that with a higher player count, 3 or 4, you wouldn't have that issue because you're still able to traverse because you don't have the Mirage tiles.
There's no blockers, right? So you go to every island.
Even, you can, exactly. It's much easier to jump. And I think that the idea behind that was to tighten up the board in the interest of creating opportunities for conflict. So, you're passing through areas where you might end up having to fight with another player or something like that. We don't do a lot of conflict.
Right.
We actually
even if you said that, right now it's tight and you moved the isle. Say if this wasn't the last round, the way we ended this game, I was stuck on 2 of the 5 islands. I could not leave those 2 islands. I could go back and forth on the islands.
My champion was stuck on an island for the whole era.
And and if she owns the other 3, I can't get over there to fight her until I move the islands again.
Right, exactly.
And that may not happen until another era.
Yeah.
When I recharge my thing. So I'm stuck there while she does whatever she needs to do.
Right.
And keep in mind, your artifact token, when it's charged, can be used to move an island or to fight.
Right, and that's the only time.
So I can't, if I use this to move the island, I'm not fighting.
Exactly.
If I use it to fight, I'm not moving islands.
And that's part of the reason why we don't really fight in this game either.
Right.
Because it's not as valuable to us as taking that island movement, because you need to get to other places to do other things. Because with 2, the islands aren't moving as much, which is another, if you have more players, more people might jump in there to move things around, so you don't get stuck in this pattern with both of us with our tiles flipped for another, 5 or 6 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I think from a 2-player perspective, mechanically, there might need to be some things that will be tweaked.
No, we definitely think there should be some tweaks here, unless we've completely misinterpreted something.
Yeah, which has happened.
But, again, these are prototypes. The rules are they need work.
Yeah.
Put it that way. The rules definitely need some work, because there's obviously every Kickstarter prototype we get, the rules need work, hands down.
Yeah.
So we do our best to interpret and ask questions of the developers, but there's just certain things we try to play them true to the rules.
Right.
And if the rules say to do certain things a certain way, we're going to do that, whether or not it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Or if it was intentional.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
there you go. That's our one pretty big sticking point as far as the way the 2-player game plays out.
Right, because that could be frustrating. I didn't do that on purpose.
No. Yeah, she blocked me out on purpose.
Honestly,
so I
the strategy
basically couldn't do anything at the end. So
behind figuring out what you need and moving the stuff so that you can't.
Yeah, it was a good defensive move, but I think if that is part of the mechanic here, that's way too powerful.
I think so too.
Because you can, if you're
one of those
quick-witted enough to see, if I move this island, I'm going to trap them over there, and I'm just going to run rampant over here.
Yeah.
I couldn't get to my quest to go do my last quest to earn 7 more points. There's just things I couldn't even do.
Right.
And you can argue that, well, maybe I should have fought more people or none of that. But again,
you're only
choosing to combat is a very steep cost. So you can get glory points for it, but moving an island for me, it depends on my strategy.
Yeah.
My strategy was to try to do more of these encounters. So, that's what I was doing.
And I would say it's interesting because most area control games out there is a lot of conflict.
Yeah.
Or at least more opportunities for conflict. I would not consider this a conflict game.
No.
You're fighting the monsters. Again, with more players, you might have more of an opportunity. Because how it works, and we didn't explain this because there's just the 2 of us, but if you're on an island, if you're on a region, location, and a player does decide to do conflict, everyone is involved.
Yeah.
Or has the opportunity to be involved. So you may not want to be on an island location that's maybe highly desirable.
Sure. Or you might want to go there because everybody sort of benefits from combat.
They do.
You're going to get whatever you want depending on what color card you play. Everybody plays a card blind if you want to participate. If you don't, you play any card. And then you reveal it. And then each colored card determines whether you're going to get extra attack value, if you're going to get extra glory points, if you're going to get this. So there's a lot of things that you're going to actually earn from doing combat or energy. There's benefits to it. But you have to be... I think with more players, it probably becomes a much greater part of the game, and I get that because the benefits are much greater than than me just killing your one dude and generating 3 victory points. Because for me to get 3 glory points for spending this to do combat,
you're going to get more from doing an attunement.
May not be beneficial. Yeah, I'll go attune an island, and then I'll gain a bunch more. So there's risk versus reward there, and I just think for our game, it just the need to fight wasn't there.
Right.
I'll put it that way.
Cool. So all of this considered, lastly, who do you think this game is for?
I think this is, it definitely is, if you like area control, and you like sort of this, I would say it's not really, it's like a fantasy lore, but kind of in sort of like a different, grittier.
In just kind of like an abstract, futuristic kind of way, I think.
Yeah, futuristic, fantasy-ish type.
Yeah.
I think with heavy mechanics, because it's a pretty heavy game with a lot of iconography, but I think if you like engine building, this is definitely something you'd be interested in. If you like worker placement with a twist,
right?
Not worker placement. If you like area control with a twist, bang! If you like a lot of multi-use card play, this is it. Tableau building, this is it. It has a lot of different concepts that all lend well to the game. And I think, and I just think I'd love to see it at a higher player count. We just don't have that opportunity.
Right, exactly.
Because I think we missed out on a good chunk of what the game has to offer.
I always hate when that
yeah, and I hate that too because there's a lot of games we play.
It's tough to scale down to 2 if it's not the intent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. But I think with 3 or 4, this game's probably a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, because the islands are going to get crowded.
It is.
and
It's
you
like
have to
it's
do
pretty
conflict.
like crunchy.
Yeah.
The way you have to move your islands and really plan out what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I love looking at these things and going, yes, I'm on a forest. You
Yeah.
know, that's going to be this many points.
And you see what's
So,
coming up, so you
yeah.
kind of know where you need to position your troops. Like
Uh-huh.
everybody knows, it's public
Yeah.
knowledge. So yeah, it's
cool.
you know, we may have sounded kind of like down on a few things, but these are sticking points for us that are kind of that we find, you know, like pretty frustrating with
Yeah.
certain things. But I think if they work those things out, I think holistically the game in itself and what it has to offer, there's a ton in this box.
Yeah,
and
for
I think
sure.
the production's great. And if this is like up your alley, like this area control bit
Right.
with multi-use cards and tableau stuff, you'll probably love this game to death.
Yeah.
Right, as long as you get used to the iconography.
Yes.
But you know, so I mean, I think I honestly I liked it a lot. I just think I would have liked it a hell of a lot better had we played with more players.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and the way this ended was
Let's
very
hope so.
frustrating for
Yeah.
me personally, just because you know, you have a plan at the end,
you're
and when
right
somebody
there.
blocks it off completely, and there's nothing you can do about
Yeah.
it to mitigate it, it's just very frustrating for me. So
yeah.
that's why I keep going back to that.
If that had happened to me, this playthrough probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. I don't think you would have handled that
Table would be
scenario
probably
quite as well
Probably
as I
not
did.
as elegantly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I would have gotten really frustrated.
but that's it. So that's Mysthea. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough.
Yeah.
Again, you know, we did like the game, believe it or not, and we just had a few points that we wanted to just highlight because I think they're things that certainly should be addressed.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully in during the campaign.
Production.
And it's a prototype. It's going to
It
Kickstarter.
happens all the time.
This
I mean,
stuff, yeah.
If you're like new to Kickstarter, which most of you are not, but
Yeah.
you know, changes happen, rules change. If you're watching this 2 years from now and you've already picked up the game and you're like,
Yeah.
that's not even the same game, you know, that's common too. So,
Right. And I can tell you the last 4 or 5 Kickstarters we've done, and we've done some pretty heavy ones. We've had some really clunky rules, really like rough mechanics that we had a lot of issues with that we've talked about, and you know.
and they've
The
changed.
games, they've changed, and those games
During the
were
campaign.
very successful,
Yes,
and
yeah.
you know, it probably turned out quite awesome. So
Yeah.
that's it. The Kickstarter link is down below. Go check it out and see for yourself if this is something that's up your alley, and if
Yeah.
so, go ahead and fund it.
Yep.
All right. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.